Okay, so in today's issue of the Michaela Ann Chronicles, those of you who don't know, Michaela Ann is my daughter, my 6-year-old daughter. And my 6-year-old daughter has this extremeness mind of her own. So, this is why I can no longer read children Bible stories to my 6-year-old daughter. So, we're going through the story of Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark, good story. I loved it in the Bible. And I'm reading the story to my daughter. My daughter, in the middle of the story, says, "Mommy, where's Noah's Ark at?" I said, "Kayla, I don't know. I think it's like, from what I learned, from what I was taught, was that it was like in the desert. Somewhere in Egypt, I'm going to say. I think the Bible started in Jerusalem, I think. I don't know. I'm not a pastor, I'm not a preacher. I don't even read the Bible like that. I'm going to be honest with y'all. But I read the children's Bibles because I have a daughter and I want her to learn the right way. So I said, I think it's like somewhere in Egypt, Kayla." So she goes, "Mommy, Egypt's in the desert." Yes, you're right. Very smart. So I go continue to read the story and I talk about how Noah grabbed the animals 2 by 2. So she goes, "Mommy, there was 2 animals?" I said, "Yes, Kayla. Noah had animals 2 by 2. So he had 2 elephants?" "Yes, Kayla." "He had 2 dogs?" "Yes, Kayla." "He had 2 cats?" "Yes, Michaela Ann." "He had 2 polar bears and 2 penguins?" "Yes, Michaela Ann." "He had 1 male, 1 female of every animal." She said, "But Mommy, polar bears and penguins are in the cold." What's your point, Michaela Ann? How did the polar bears and the penguins get from the cold to the desert? Bruh. I don't know, Michaela Ann. I don't know. I don't know how the polar bear and the penguin got to the desert. Let me finish this story. So I continue on with the story and she goes, "But Mommy, were there 2 whales and 2 fishes?" "Yes, Michaela Ann, there was 2 of every animal. Jesus told Noah to get 2 of every animal, put it on the ark, because they're going to blow the world up and they're going to save every animal and they're going to reproduce and recreate and procreate and make more babies and there'll be more animals in the world." She said, "But Mommy, how did the whales and the fishes survive on the ark with no water?" Jesus, I'm going to need you, Bishop T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar, Joe Osteen, Paula Patton, Lady Victoria, whatever her name is. One of y'all going to have to explain this story to my 6-year-old. Because at this point in my life, the way my life is set up, I'm not prepared to answer questions like this. I'm not ready for my 6-year-old to ask me questions like this. I don't even understand the Bible that well. So how can I explain this to her? This is not making sense. And you know what? I done spent all my life reading the Bible, hearing these stories, thinking, "Oh, okay, that's good. That's how Jesus did it." For my 6-year-old to bring me back down to reality and say, "Wait a minute. This don't make no sense." I'm going to need somebody to explain this to me. Fred Hammond, Marvin Sapp, somebody. I'm going to need somebody to explain this to me because I got a 6-year-old asking questions I can't even explain to her. And this is what we're supposed to teach them. I started to tell her because Jesus did it that way. Shut up. Stop asking me questions. Listen to the story. Otherwise, go to bed. We ain't reading no more Bibles out the children's book no more. Because children's starting to understand way too much. And I don't know what's in that milk she drinking. But she got me confused, y'all. At the age that I am, I done went my entire life thinking Noah done built this ark that took all these animals in, saved all these animals. That's why you have animals today. And come to find out how these animals get there. How did the fish and the whale survive on the ark with no water? Fix it, Jesus.